when you first came to Europe back in 2019, did you expect that 6-7 years later you will still be here, you will be established as one of the best in Europe, and you will become the European champion?
My original goal in coming overseas was to get back to the NBA. I wanted to be out here as short as possible and get back to what I felt I belonged in the NBA. That goal, I've had some opportunities to go back, but here it's just been better. I've grown each year. I've progressed in terms of salary, in terms of game, in terms of club. Everything's kind of been on a upward trajectory for me. And I like the pace of my career. I like the pace of my game each year getting better. And at the end of the day, it hurt a lot, especially my second year in Maccabi, not reaching a Final Four. I always looked at myself as one of the better players to compete in Euroleague, and not having a Final Four appearance, at least, you can't stamp yourself as anything like that. So my goal in anything was to be in the Final Four and see what happens with it, and I accomplished that last year. So for me now, it's just repeating it. It's continuously getting better each year, continuing the upward trajectory of my career. So we'll see.
You said that you had the chances to go back to the NBA. To be honest with you, I think that you have maybe the best basketball-wise body that can be made. You know, long arms, tall, and everything. But why haven't you tried it? I mean, you've done pretty much almost everything here in Europe.
Yeah, my one opportunity was last year, and choosing between the Los Angeles Clippers and Fenerbahce. The way the roster was constructed at my time of the decision was Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Norman Powell. And I didn't see an opportunity where I could play the minutes I wanted to play. And again, after being injured in the Panathenαϊκό series with Maccabi, which my full intention that year was to reach a Final Four and never look back and go and play in the NBA. And it was right there. It was all for me to do. And game one, I tore my hamstring. So a little bit of extra motivation pulled me back to come into Europe a little bit more. Just wanted to leave on the right note. And after last season, there wasn't opportunities this summer for me to go. So I returned here. So we'll see how the season goes.
You brought the Panathinaikos series earlier than I expected. So what was your mindset back then? Because I remember that you were amazing in the game one, till the time you got injured. And after that, it was a crazy series. We finished 3-2 with all that. What was your mindset back then? How much of a struggle did you feel inside?
It goes back to the year before. First year with Maccabi, we lost to Monaco in a game 5. And immediately after the game, getting back to Tel Aviv, I said, I will reach a Final Four in a Maccabi uniform. And to those fans and to those organization, I felt like it was my desire. It was something I had to do because I said it publicly that I wanted to do it, and it will happen. And put ourselves in a great position playing Panathenαϊκos, which was a team we beat twice in the regular season. I just wanted to beat them. I just wanted to get to the Final Four and bring that glory back to Maccabi. And I got hurt. And it was just like, there's nothing I can do. I tried to come back in game 4 with a still torn hamstring, just a closeout game situation, whatever I can bring to try to reach us there. That was just my mentality. I just wanted to give literally every single ounce of effort I had into achieving that. And I ended up hurting myself twice. So it hurt. That was probably the hardest loss that I've faced in my career.
And seeing them go the distance after that was even more painful.
Very painful. So we had this is why before the Final Four last year, I was just very hungry. I was just very we're just gonna see. We'll see what happens on whatever the day was that we played Panthernakos. But I was destined, sure that I was going to try to do everything that I could to win that game as just a revenge game. And it just lined up perfectly because the next matchup was Monaco. The first year with them is the team that knocked me out in the game 5 as well. So it was like a double whammy in terms of feeling of everything.
I know that after the game against Monaco, you were, flying through the clouds or something. But after the game against Pana, with all that things that happened with the previous series with Maccabi, was it a relief that I beat them and now I can go all the distance?
Yeah, I mean, for that game, I was just focused on playing the right way. Obviously, experiencing your first Final Four. You don't know the atmosphere. You don't know how it's going to be. There's a lot of media stuff there. The scene in Dubai and Abu Dhabi in a gym we've never played in before. I wanted to remain calm, but still have the killer mentality inside me. And once we won the first game, I felt like there was just no way that we weren't going to win it all. Just the team atmosphere of everything, not me personally, but our team emotion was just that there's no other choice but to win. And that's exactly how it turned out.
I want to take you even more back. Your first year in Europe was a weird year. Changing coach after the first game in Euroleague with Olympiacos because of David Blatt's situation. Changing coach again after Coach Kemzura, you got Coach Barjokas. How difficult was to bounce back after a tough welcoming period in Europe and be able to getting better and better and better and better till you achieve the goal?
Time where you just had to look yourself in the mirror and really understand what type of career you want to have moving forward. I'm happy that season ended early because of the COVID breakout, because it gave me a lot more time to, again, look myself in the mirror and get over the negative emotion that came from that season and take the time from March all the way to August to get better at basketball. Sometimes when you play over here, or all the time when you play in European basketball, you're playing 10 months out the year. And you only get a month and a half to work on your game. So to have March, April, May, June, July, 5.5 months to get better at your game, to get your body ready, prepared for a season, it just lit a fire underneath me, improved my game going into that Bayern season.
You got all the way last year. You won it. Now the Final Four is in Oaxaca. What's your thoughts? Are you because the team is different. Nigel is gone. Marko Guduric is gone. Can you go the distance again?
Your team in September is not the team that is going to be playing in the Final Four. You find your team around that December time period when your team goes through a little bit of shit, and you find out what type of team you are, what type of locker room you guys are, how you face a little bit of adversity with the new guys that are coming in, and just the whole team. It's a really a whole organizational award to have a good team and a good year. And last year everything gelled well. We handled adversity with our team well. The different injuries that occurred. This year we're going to face new adversities, and how we face those adversities will tell us a lot about where we are in April.
Your coach is extremely loved here in Greece, Coach Saras. Can you give me an untold story from the locker room, from a practice, from a game, from something? Because he has this explosive character. So you probably have something for me to say,
I feel like it's every day. It's hard to sit there and say one particular story in one. I think he brings a championship level attitude to every practice and every game. He's a consistent type of guy. It's just you'll walk into work each day and he'll be running on the treadmill doing weights and lifting before the players even enter the gym. So he's a bit of a tone setter in terms of how the culture should be. And I've never seen a coach in 10 years, you know, be the first guy in the gym working out in the weight room before the players are even working out. Maybe that's a little bit of player in him still. But this is a culture setter. This is a thing that everybody needs to follow. And it just trickles down to everybody on the roster to be ready, extremely professional, and really demand to win games. You know, bad in the practices, he might be like, get out the way, let me show you. And, you know, you need to prepare this way and do that. But his knees are very bad from a very good career. So he's not that explosive anymore, but his first couple steps are still, you know, he's going to demonstrate that if you're fucking up too much.